Hey guys, this is Militia1, and today we're going to be talking about cheap knives. Not just cheap knives, the cheapest of the cheap knives. A while ago you might have saw Cutlery Lover with a knife like this that I got from the Dollar Tree, and he literally broke every tool off of it because it was so cheap. This is that knife. This is a Dollar Tree Swiss Army knife type thing, and it is crap. Everything he said is true, and I've had this sitting in a drawer for a couple years, never made a video on it. I have no idea what's up with the blade there. Like the metal, the exposed metal almost looks like it. I don't even know what that is. It's not rust. Um, I'm actually surprised that this has seemingly a strong backspring to it. Like it actually, springs out and stuff. But most of these aren't that good. As you can tell, that doesn't even go in. And the metal is just ridiculously thin, and it might as well be aluminum. It might be aluminum. Blade play is, I can't think of an adjective to explain just how bad that is, but it is bad. Can you hear this one rattling? And at one point I had one of these and the back came out of it. Now I got these at Dollar Tree when I was like, I don't know, 15, 14. For me and my friend, just because, a stupid knife purchase. But they were even too bad for a stupid knife purchase. Here you can see. The, I don't know what you would call this, but the thing that puts retention on the tools kind of sticks out, so it doesn't have full retention anymore. I really have no idea. But yeah, you can basically rip these apart. Now today I went into the Dollar Tree and they had another pocket knife. Dun da da da. It's that brand that makes all the Dollar Tree tools, and it looks to be a Spyderco knockoff of some kind. I'm not too into Spyderco knives, so I don't know the name of what they're going for here, but it looks to be a Spyderco knife. What I thought would be more interesting about this is that the blade seems a bit thicker, so I'm not going to say it's usable, but maybe it's a thing opposed to just destructive matter. As you can tell, it's in English and Spanish. I needed my ID to purchase this. I think you have to be 18. And I guess that makes sense for once. Hopefully it's not like a law and it's just like a Dollar Tree sort of rule that they came up with for their own company's sake. But I approve of that rule for the Dollar Tree because a lot of thugs and people in bad areas buy really, really cheap knives, like, the $3 knives. They think that will suffice as a weapon of some kind. And I'm not saying that's going to prevent anyone from getting a knife. Hopefully the younger people who really shouldn't be wandering into the Dollar Tree and buying a knife. But the idiots who aren't going to look further than the Dollar Tree, this is going to prevent. Not sure how much that happens in my area, but I'm sure in some areas there's people like that. I find it weird though. The reason I say that, by the way, is because this is a serrated blade. It almost gears itself as a weapon, which is weird because it says foldable camping knife. I don't know what makes this a camping knife. I mean, it looks like a tactical knife, and I know that Spyderco has an all serrated blade with like a hook on it, I believe, that is meant for defense or fighting. But I don't know what it's going with here. Maybe they thought a plain edge blade would be too hard to sharpen, so if they put a bunch of pointy things on it, people will think it's sharp. Anyways, I can't really get into this because it's in a stupid package that needs a knife to open. Another reason why I thought this would be better is because it's a lockback. So technically this knife would be illegal in some places for just locking, even though it is a really crappy knife. As much as we like knives, I actually think scissors are better against plastic packaging like this, because they put this lip, on clamp style packaging, and you could use a knife, but I don't know, I find scissors to be easier on this kind of thing. Okay, here is the knife. Let's see if it feels like a knife. Okay, it feels extremely plastic, but it actually feels like a substance opposed to whatever those things are. I have to say, I mean, the blade wobbles, but and I have to say that it doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart. That's all I can really say about it. That just feels like plastic, but I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's going to shatter or bend. It might shatter with a lot of force. It has a plastic pocket clip, the equivalent of something on a cheap pen. It doesn't move around because it's literally molded with the frame. Let's see how the lock works. Oh my gosh. No way. It actually has retention? Okay, that is really weird. I did not expect that. Like, I expected this to wobble a lot more like that. It still has a decent amount of play in every direction, but you know, it doesn't feel like it's going to snap off. Could I snap this? I could snap it. It might shatter the plastic there. Now, all it says is stainless. If it's the same kind of stainless these have, these get messed up. I don't know what that is. It might be mold of some kind, but they do get dirty by just sitting in a drawer. So if it's the same kind of stainless steel, that has me worried. And yeah, it's dull. It could be sharp-ish. Like, I mean, if you attack someone with this and you're a bad person, you might cut them, but I hope they beat you unconscious with a spoon before you do any damage to them. Might as well say this now in case any liberals are watching. I'm not condoning using this as a weapon. Please, for the love of God, don't go to the Dollar Tree and attack people with crap you find at the Dollar Tree. But they sell steak knives too, and they sell, you know, pointy objects, which can always be used as weapons. But, you know, people looking for a last-ditch sort of mugging utensil might go to the Dollar Tree, which makes me understand the 18 plus rule, I guess. Plus also, they just don't want to take responsibility of kids running in there. Again, I'm not sure the laws against selling knives to people under 18 because they're classified as tools and you can buy them at flea markets and stuff underage, depending if the person decides to sell you it. Anywho, let's actually try this. I am actually fairly surprised that it feels like a thing in the first place. Still doesn't feel that good. Feels maybe like a $2.50 knife opposed to a dollar knife. Isn't saying much, but yeah. Warning though is this is actually kind of slick because of the plastic and the don't even know what that called, disc thumb stud thing. Is the same material and your thumb can easily slip off of it. And since it is I already forgot the name of this kind of lock. I always forget stuff when I'm making videos. But since it is this kind of lock, it very easily wants to spring back in there once you hit a certain point. So don't leave your fingers in front of the blade when you're opening it. I'm sure with any slight use, the blade is going to loosen up even more. I'm just surprised that it feels like a knife to begin with. So this is some junk paper, and you can saw through it because it's so serrated. Let's try the blade on the end of it. Nah, it's not going to do much. Maybe if like I really don't know its purpose because it's so serrated, but if you have a 14-year-old who's responsible and begging for the Dollar Tree knife, I guess it's okay. If he has other knives and knows how to handle them, there's really nothing you can do with this besides stab cardboard for a while until it breaks. But yeah, that was an interesting find I saw at the Dollar Tree. It comes to a very cute point. Heaven knows what kind of cheap steel they're using, so it could break, but yeah, huh. You know, I would picture this being like in one of those big boxes that you can get a knife for $2 to $5, not $1. So there you go. Crap knife, but it's a thing opposed to these things, which is just a bunch of metal that's going to fall apart. So that's that. Thanks for watching.